Hi, I'm Lou Rubino, owner of Tatttoo Lou's, Long Island, New York. And I want to talk to you today a little bit about the aftercare of your tattoo. The life of your tattoo is up to you. You must take good care of the tattoo. When you leave the tattoo parlor, you are leaving with an open wound. Therefore, it's very important that you take proper care of it. After your tattoo is complete, the artist will apply probably bastration ointment or A&D ointment, depending on the preference of the artist. But you're going to apply an antibacterial ointment to the tattoo. We'll put a thick layer on, but when you redo it, you're not going to use a thick layer. You always want to use a thin layer of ointment on your tattoo. And then we're going to fix a bandage. It is recommended to use a non-stick sterile bandage. Okay, so we're going to put that on your tattoo. Now when you leave here, it's up to you to go home, and in a couple hours you want to take the original bandage off, 2 or 3 hours, wash over the tattoo gently. If the gauze seems to be sticking to the tattoo, you want to soak it with a little lukewarm water to remove the gauze gently. First and most important thing is actually to wash your hands thoroughly with an antimicrobial soap. Okay, then you're going to apply a thin layer of bastration ointment, A&D ointment, or maybe even tattoo goo. Tattoo goo is a product that is made just for tattooing. So you're going to apply the ointment to the tattoo in a thin layer, and then depending on where your tattoo is, if it's in a part of your body where you can just like let it air out, say it was on my forearm and I could just let it get air, that is fine as long as a thin layer of ointment is on it. You just have to also keep it out of direct sunlight. You have to keep your tattoo out of the sun for at least 10 days after getting the tattoo. In a situation of tight clothing on your tattoo, you also want to bandage it at that point. I recommend that you also bandage your tattoo for the first 3 nights of having it. This way overnight it's not drying up. You're going to put a little thin ointment on there again and bandage it up and leave it overnight. When you shower in the morning, you want to wash over it gently again and reapply the ointment. The ointment should be applied about 7-10 times a day, whatever it takes, just to keep the tattoo moist. But again, always use a thin layer. Do not glob it on. That is very, very important. In about 3 to 5 days, depending on how fast your tattoo is healing, you want to stop using the bastration ointment or tattoo goo and switch over to a skin cream. Just a basic moisturizing cream like Kerry Lotion or Lubriderm. Nothing with any fragrances in it. And at that point, you don't need to bandage it anymore. So you're going to put this ointment on probably like 3-4 times a day. Your skin needs to breathe. So if you're putting too much ointment on, your skin's not going to breathe. And this is called a prickly heat. And what happens is it forms a rash around your tattoo. The best way to get rid of it is to stop using the ointment and to use a little rubbing alcohol on the tattoo for a few days just to dry up the rash. But if it does continue to get worse or you get a fever, then you should definitely see a doctor. If you let your tattoo dry up, it will form scabs on it. It's not the worst thing in the world to get a bunch of scabs on it, but the most important part is that if you do get any scabs on your tattoo, that you do not peel them off. If you peel a scab off, you're going to peel color off. The tattoo will get dry, get a little itchy, it will peel. That's all part of the healing process. So don't worry if your tattoo's peeling and it looks like color came off on the bandage. That's all part of the healing. Now we're going to go over some of the do's and don'ts of healing your tattoo. You do not want to use sunblock during the healing process. Okay, you want to keep your tattoo out of the sun for at least 10 days, but do not use sunblock on it. You have to cover it with a gauze or clothing. You just have to keep it out of the sun, but you want to use sunblock after the 10 days. So after your tattoo is fully healed, you always use sunblock on your tattoos to keep the colors looking best, to keep it looking bright, and to keep your tattoo's life looking new. One of the biggest questions always asked is, can I shower after getting my tattoo? We highly recommend that you shower after getting your tattoo. For 10 days, you do not want to soak your tattoo in water. So in other words, no hot tubs, no baths, no swimming, especially chlorinated or salt water is very bad for a fresh tattoo. It is fine to shower. You just want to wash over your tattoo gently, a little lukewarm water and soap, and you will be fine. I also want to let you know that it is normal for a tattoo to get bruised looking around it. Depending on the sensitivity of your skin, everybody heals a little bit differently and everybody bruises differently. So sometimes a tattoo may have some redness around it. That is normal and fine. After your tattoo is complete, it's going to feel a little sore, kind of like a sunburn. You know, maybe a little tender. That is all normal. It is perfectly fine. Let's talk a little bit about tattoos below the knee area. Any tattoo that is done below the knee seems to take a little bit longer to heal. You may find that your ankle area may swell up a bit, or your calf when having a tattoo done on your ankle or calf, but that is normal also. It is good to ice it. You can put ice on the tattoo, and also, you know, raising it will help bring the swelling down. The life of your tattoo is now dependent upon you. When you leave the studio, the artist will first explain to you everything that you need to do to take care of it, just like I'm doing here. And also we're going to give you printed Aftercare instructions. A lot of times people will call us up or they'll stop down and they'll be like, my friend told me to do this, my friend told me use this ointment, don't do this, don't do that. Please, stop the conversation right there. Come to us, let us tell you how to take care of your tattoo. Tatttoo has been in business for over 50 years. We know how to take care of your tattoo properly. This is Lou Rubino for Tattoo Safety from Tatttoo, Long Island, New York. Now we want to talk about piercing safety. I'm going to have Heidi, one of our piercers, explain the piercing procedures to you.
Can I drum the kiss up? 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 Can I drum the kiss? Can I drum the kiss? Can I drum the kiss up?